Hello well-done viewer, in this video I will give you some super tips to optimize your Google Calendar. Do you want to live a successful life by optimizing the time you have? Do you want to make a good first impression on others? Want to build a good relationship over the time? Have a variety of events that are big and impossible to miss? And the answer to all these questions is only one: be punctual. Be the right person at the right time. And of course, this is easier said than done, because most of us live in a fairly complex life. We have various activities such as classes, work, meetings, and others, not including an impromptu event. All the schedule that you have planned must be disrupted, and to remember all your plans of activity, which is very much not easy. After all, don't spend your energy and mind just to remember what you are going to do. Keep your mind fresh and open for the amazing ideas to come. To start a better life, you need a productivity system, an application to record and remind what you want to do, where you have to go, who you need to meet. And here we will use Google Calendar, and I will explain some tips to optimize your calendar for your better productivity. There are 3 main points to be discussed in this video. First one is set up calendar in a way that suits you, and then number 2, add events and relevant information, and number 3, get information at the right time. Okay, let's break down from point number 1. Set up calendar in a way that suits you. Starting from choosing a calendar system, which one is better? Physical calendar or digital calendar? This question has probably been asked 1,000 times and there is never a definite answer. There are many convenient and personal reasons people use physical calendar. But according to the topic of this video, of course we choose digital calendar. Then, there will be another question: what application is the best? In general, a good apps for us in apps that you'll actually use and stick to. It's useless if we use the best application based on the ratings or information from other people, but we don't know the system. We have trouble using it, and there are not many references that discuss it. Here, we really need to do some trial or experience it ourselves first in order to get the application which is really suitable for us to use. And of course, according to the topic of this video, we will use the Google Calendar. Besides it's a free apps, user-friendly, scattered tutorial, the existing features are also sufficient to support our activities. The main role of this calendar is a source of actual information externally for our live events. As an example, this Google Calendar also be integrated with SavvyCall to make scheduling meetings with other people as easy as possible. SavvyCall also provides you with various customization options such as a suitable duration, and besides that, you can also indicate when is your preferred time for the meeting instead of your entire schedule. And the most important thing in my opinion, SavvyCall can control how often we can receive calls, so that we are not burdened with the number of calls and other work. But keep in mind, SavvyCall doesn't synchronize automatically with our contacts, so we have to enter their first time manually. Now, one thing that I like to do when setting up my calendar is divide in the different types of event in my life into group that I call life bucket. We can divide the type of our activities that have been scheduled according to the class by the color. For example, as general, group 1 for learning and self-development, we give blue color. Group 2 for work schedule, we give green color. Group 3 for meeting schedule, we give red color. And group 4 for sport or entertainment, we give yellow color. We can distinguish all these groups by color to make it easier for us to see like visual inspiration on our calendar. And what interesting is don't forget to add different notification feature in each group, so that we can know more quickly what future activities we will do just from hearing the sound of notification. Go to point number 2, add event and relevant information. Previously, we discussed the main role of this calendar as an actual external source of information for our live event. When we just made a schedule, of course we still remember detailed information, anything related to the event. But what often becomes a problem is later on. At a sufficient length of time for a long time, these details often become problematic because our memory. It's not good enough to remember all those details. So, to ensure all additional information remains intact for a long period of time, then we can write down these details on the event we schedule. But what if we just know the detailed information not when the schedule is made? After a few days or new supporting event, we feel that there should be an addition to the event plans we made before. Do we have to go back and find the event we create and then add the details? Of course, but for efficiency reason, when we are in a situation that is not possible, there is an application from Apple called Fantastical. And because the platform is different, we have to import the data first so it can be used. For tutorial, there are a lot explanation video. You can look for it yourself. This application also make it easier for us to add activities that need reminding quickly even if they are trivial. With voice feature, so we don't need time to type our schedule. And at the end of your day, you can rearrange your schedule as needed with the extra information. Further tips: if there is a schedule of your activities that are repeated, like events that repeat every single day, or every week, or every second Monday of every month, you can set it on the Google Calendar according to an existing or custom format according to your needs. Go to the next step is adding optional event to your calendar. When you have made a set in stone schedule is not the only thing that can be on your calendar. You can also basically give yourself option. So as an example, I am currently taking online technical guidance for certification every Tuesday night. Every meeting, I am required to explain my understanding in each chapter that has been set to be able to proceed to the next chapter. Sometimes, because I'm quite busy, I always put them on my calendar in a special live bucket called EDU opportunities. So that when the time comes, if I do happen to have time, I can choose whether or not to attend. And another tip that kind of along the same lines here, create reference calendar for useful information and useful schedule. If we work with people who have the same busy life as us, but at any time we need a meeting with that person, then we need to match our time so that no other activities are disturbed as well as with it. In this case, suppose we are the ones who have to adapt our time to it. Basically, we can add like office hour of that person on our calendar, and normally this was hidden by default. I didn't wanna gang up my own schedule, but in case that I need to meet with them, I could easily just turn the calendar on and see when they're free time. When their office hour coincided with me having some time on my schedule, or another example for things like football or basketball court schedule, open gym schedule, anything that you wanna reference and cross-reference with your own schedule, make a reference calendar for it. And the next tips is you find yourself with your long-term goals at odds with your short-term desires. Start scheduling things. Start scheduling time to work on your goals to remove your ambiguity from the choice. Because sometimes when we do something that we know are good for us, we are dealing with a lot of ambiguity, and that contributes to the resistance and the likelihood that we are just wasting time. So when you schedule it, when you put it in calendar, you are basically saying, today must be better than yesterday, and tomorrow I want to be even better. Then I need to add specificity for my goals, and it's gonna make it much easier to actually do it. And of course, it's gonna boost your self-motivation. And now we move to the last point, number 3. Get information from your calendar and get it at the right time. Tips number 1. You should check your calendar every day. Make this your habit every morning when you wake up. This is very trivial habit but a very good one to adopt. Indeed, sometimes we need to know the state of the world and around us today. But knowing what we are going to do today is much more important and makes our life more productive. Tips number 2. Set up your notification. When we set a schedule of activities in the Google Calendar, make sure we activate the notification before the event started. If the event is so important, we can make some notification a day before, an hour before, 30 minutes before, or whatever you want. But there are research about this, called Fujio ratio. Take your initial estimate of how long it's gonna take to do something and add a multiplier to it. Let's say 1.5 is a good starting point. So, if your initial estimate for getting ready for work, let's just say in 30 minutes, then add 1.5 on that. So let's set your notification for 45 minutes in advance. Okay, that's all about tips to optimize your Google Calendar. I hope this will improve your site and productivity. And of course, all of your plan for this year run successfully. So, if you have any question or suggestion, feel free to write it down on comment. Support me by subscribe this channel, like, and activate the notification ring. Bye!